You want to know the craziest and weirdest school rules? Well, today we're going to be watching something by World Revealed, and it's going to be tackling these absurd rules. Watch this video without me interrupting it if you want to get the full experience.
From the ban on best friends in schools in Britain to the empathy classes taught in Denmark, see the most extraordinary and unusual school measures in the world. Generally speaking, children go to school to learn.
Why generally speaking? What do you think is going to happen otherwise? Are they going to go learn how to play basketball 24/7? No, just do that in gym class.
But at the same time to make friends. Naturally, every schoolboy wants to have at least one very close friend among his classmates. But in Great Britain, this seems to be impossible for schoolboys.
What's so diverse about Britain that you can't actually have any friends? Like, I've seen documentaries, I think they've had friends, so I don't recall why in the outside of the media you have to not have friends to be legalized in Britain schools. I don't understand that, but hey, I mean, if it's the government, it's the government, right? But that's crazy, though. Can't even hang out with your friends? That, let alone best friends or even girlfriend? That is bonkers, dude.
Many elementary schools, especially in the Kingston, Surrey, and southwest London areas, prohibit their students from having a best friend on the grounds that separating from the friend could cause them a lot of pain.
So are you saying do or don't have any friends? Like, I'm not understanding your portrayal of words here. I mean, still, who would not want to have a best friend, even in the UK? Like, that's mind-boggling. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that people can't even have best friends. I'm lucky to be in America in a way that I can have eligibility for that.
In France, after the period of forced confinement due to the coronavirus pandemic, children were getting ready to go back to school.
Yeah, weren't most people affected by it and they had to go back after quarantine?
In a school in Marseille, these school children found upon their return hoops that they were forced to wear. You may wonder why this measure was introduced by this school. Well, you should know that it was simply a measure of protection against the coronavirus.
Okay, even for a logical reason or semi-logical reason, that is a little overboard too, because like that's probably not even quite the 6 feet that you're supposed to stay away from people. So why would that be effective if it only goes like maybe like not even a full foot away from you? How is that supposed to protect you from the virus? I don't understand any of this.
And avoided them to touch each other. They could not only play with them, but they also stayed away from each other and therefore better protected.
Okay, so apparently British people don't have a correct mindset. They're not sane in the head. Like, they think that hoops are going to be a logical reason to avoid the virus. Like, most people would stay 6 feet away from people. Like, what makes you think that the UK will have any sort of unique expectations with their schools? I don't know why you have to go so extreme with little kids, especially. Like, that may or may not understand what's fully going on.
We are sure that with time they got used to it. They must even have found memories of these hoops.
Mommy, the best thing happened today. We had to wear hoops to prevent us from getting the virus. Yeah, it was the best school year ever, as a matter of fact. I loved it.
The students of elementary school and high school, as well as those of higher education, must have planted at least 10 trees each. Now, that's a funny rule, but the law is the law.
Planting trees to guarantee success, like, that's like Mr. Beast here. Like, but still, at least you're helping the environment and still, of course, ensuring your role in society. That's not as crazy because it helps the environment for a good cause. But that's still ridiculous if you want to pursue a dream and be successful in high school.
In Danish schools, students have one more subject that is not taught in every school in the world. Do you know what it is?
How to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to never miss a beat ever on the channel.
Well, it's empathy. It's even a compulsory course in Danish schools.
This isn't crazy though.
However, in order to do this, they also have to learn how to express their feelings in public.
Okay, that is insane. Having to go out in public and embarrass yourself similar to a freaking YouTuber in order to actually pass the course? What the heck, dude? I'm lucky, like I keep saying, that I never had to experience these rules because I'm in America. And Americans are awesome, just like everyone else watching this video from around the world. It's just still amazing to think that people have these like unique rules that they must follow. Like, getting embarrassed in order to get 100% is freaking unreal, dude.
Danish students take this course from the age of 6 until the age of 16.
Great, so now we got 6-year-olds taking this, getting embarrassed by older people in public just for the sake of getting 100%, a perfect score in their unit. Like, no, you can't possibly tell me that that is how things are going to go. Embarrassing a toddler is even worse than an adult because at least they would know what was going on.
We will now tell you about an American public school in Louisiana. The school found itself in the midst of a controversy because of a rule it had just instituted.
Wait, so Americans can technically get it? Or is it just, like, very rare? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know why Louisiana has different rules because it's still in America. It's not too foreign compared to other places in America. So why would these guys get the rules?
The rule in question was to have students take pregnancy tests if a teacher suspected that a student was pregnant.
Yo, like that is something I know. I mean, I'm a guy, so I wouldn't be able to say for everyone. But like, I've never seen women take pregnancy tests like forcefully by teachers at my high school or anywhere above the age of like 14. Like, that's insane. Can't you just go to the hospital? Like, why would you want to get a pregnancy test in school from by your teachers that are telling you and buying into your business? Like, that's unreal. I'm the broken record right now, but it's unreal.
If the student refused to take the test, or if the test was positive, the school would force the student to attend classes at home.
Maybe if the baby hasn't fully developed yet, then they could still be in school if they don't have a lump. I'm not a woman by any means, so I don't know what they experience, but I've never seen anyone who was obviously pregnant due to their lump in their stomach. But why would you be sent home similar to quarantine? It did not hurt the baby. This one's a little more understandable, but I just can't grasp it because I'm not the gender for it. It's still highly insane, though.
If it succeeded in imposing it, it was attacked by many American associations of defensive rights.
Yeah, because what if people think they're well enough to stay in school and they just feel better if they're in school rather than having to do with the stress with the baby and school time simultaneously at home?
We don't know if this rule is still in effect or not, but in any case, the school has been the subject of much ink since the beginning of this affair. U.S. state of Tennessee, where students at a Catholic school in Nashville have a library with a good number of books to introduce them to reading or simply to satisfy their thirst for reading.
Okay, not too shabby so far. Go on.
If they want to choose one of the Harry Potter books, they won't find it. Why not? Because the Harry Potter books have been banned from this Catholic school because of the spells they contain, which officials say could come true.
Are you freaking serious? No, they're not going to come true, you dummies. What makes people, associates, teachers, principals, and all the like, believe that the chance of it is very high? Like, this is like most likely not even a real franchise. And Harry Potter is just a fictional character. This is all figmented in the book for the idea of the show and the movie. So I don't understand why people think that things like that could come true. They're just believing into the myths, like that people will frag up. Do you know what I mean? That's like a new phrase I have, frag up, which means make up. If you believe in one of these myths and rules, just let me know and why you think it would be good or bad, or if you don't believe it. But the Harry Potter one's got to be the one that sticks out to me, and I'm not a follower in it.
Students at this school have no choice but to choose one of the other books on the library shelves or to pick up a book by their favorite wizard elsewhere.
All right, we're done here. This has got to be the craziest one I've looked at so far.